What's up, guys? So today's video is going to be a little bit different. Not really showing you how to do anything, but more of just inviting you to take a moment and do something that you love with me today. So my self-care thing today is going to be scrapbooking. So I was able to spend some time outdoors. I'm really lucky that the house I live in has a backyard, and so I was able to go outside and like play around with my flowers and like touch some dirt, which is really, really important when everything feels like it is absolutely insane. If you hear like a little noise, that's probably my cat just hanging out. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing today. And now I'm going to take a moment out for myself and do some scrapbooking. I do that because it helps me think about all of the happy things that I have done in my life. I think that there's this focus on like social media to tend to shame people for showing their happy moments only. But if you look at a photo album, that's basically the same thing. I think that social media is sort of our way of creating family photo books in the way that, you know, prior generations created physical photo books. So I take no shame in showing my happiness in my social media, but I think it's even more cool to have like a physical thing that you not only like, okay, you put the picture up and it's there and people can comment, but something that's just purely for yourself. Because maybe some of those moments might be a little bit different than the moments that we share on social media. And while all of those moments are valid, it might be a different kind of happiness. So I'm going to show you a couple of my scrapbooks, maybe give you some ideas. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing for self-care and how you're remembering your happy moments while we're all having to sort of be a little isolated from our friends and our family. This is my most current scrapbook, I think. No. Okay, so I do my scrapbooks by 2 years, so this book starts off in 2017. I don't even know if you can see it. I'm hoping you can see this. But I have a lot of things in here that I love. Let's see. So these are pictures these are actually 2018. I really like Halloween, if you can't tell. But these are some cool pages. These are pictures from when I went to Disneyland for my birthday with my youngest sibling. And then when I was in Colorado, I went hiking for like a whole week and just sort of tried to find myself out in the mountains after I got laid off from my job in 2018, which is really kind of funny. And now that I'm looking at that, it makes me realize that I just lost my job again, this time once again due to not my fault. So when I lost my job in 2018, the restaurant I was working at closed for remodels, and they just kind of laid us all off. And I remember being so devastated and so depressed about it, and then I went hiking for 7 days and I worked it out, and I was so much happier because I realized that, you know, the fact that I got fired doesn't really mean anything, and that maybe I shouldn't be putting all of my effort and energy into this job that I don't really care about and giving them my all when at any moment I could be disposable to them. And so ever since then, I have tried to not put all of my energy to a detriment to myself into any job that isn't exactly what I want to be doing, because it doesn't make any sense, which has really helped me in being a lot less stressed at work. And seeing those pictures reminds me that losing my job right now is very temporary, obviously, because we're supposed to be staying inside and I work at a restaurant and you can't have a restaurant when everyone's staying inside, which is fine. But I seem so scared now, but in that time before, I figured it out and I ended up a lot happier and in a better place. So hopefully that same thing will happen now for all of us. And that's why I like scrapbooking, because you can just remember like these things that happened that make you exactly who you are. And they're really just like fun to do. This is from 2017. I went to this rave. I don't know if y'all like slushy or if you like raving. I'm a big rave gal. I guess this is my YouTube. I can cuss if I want to. But that was a really fun show. I also have this scrapbook. This one, I'm trying to like beat it all, but it's really hard. It's not hard, it just takes a long time. So maybe I'll do some of that. But this is the one that I'm starting. This was for 2019 and then for now 2018. I graduated last year. I wish I could put sound effects in this. I'm not really good at like editing, but if I could sound effect, I would do like clapping. So this one's still pretty empty. There's a lot of pages in the works. My favorite thing about scrapbooks is that if you find a background or you know where a page is going to go, you don't even have to do it in sequential order. Like this, I know that this is where my graduation pictures are going to go, but I haven't really figured it out yet. So I'm just like, I put them in the sleeves and I'll glue them in later. Oh, I already started, so my birthday theme this year is Alice in Wonderland. I'm sure everybody watching this knows me. Maybe came to my birthday party. But these are some of the Polaroids. See, and then I have another page. It's still empty, but this is where I'm going to put like the more professional photos that my friend Ryan took. Hi, Ryan. And then... Oh, this is an older one. I'm just going to show you the cover because I actually broke it and I need to buy a replacement for it. But this is like an even older one. And it just says suck it. I don't know. Kind of like something silly and funny. And I think that's what I like about my scrapbooks. Like the pictures that I put in there, a lot of them I do put on Facebook or Instagram. But definitely not all of them. And I have a little more freedom to like pick pictures where sometimes I maybe don't think I look as good. But it's still like a really happy moment. Because it's just like for me. For in the future when I'm like old and senile, and I'll definitely be senile because I'm so forgetful. But yeah, that was my self-care thing that I'm doing today, that I'm going to do after I wrap this up. Feel free, once again, like I said, share your self-care thing in the comments down below. I would really love to hear from y'all. Start a conversation while we're all stuck inside and have very limited human contact. If you guys want any tips on scrapbooking, I could make a video about that. I think that would be really cool. I love scrapbooking. These are all just like papers. I don't know if you can see this far, but I have like a ton of scrapbook paper. These drawers are all filled with scrapbooking, like stickers. These are like traveling stickers. And that's the really fun thing, that you can just sort of collect things like stickers and stamps that maybe you don't have a use for in that exact moment, but later on you can use it for a different page, or it can inspire you to take a trip or to do a project or to take pictures of something. Alright, well, this is day, today's Tuesday, so this is day 8 for me, being out of work. It's a little stressful. This is my 3rd video. I skipped yesterday. Sorry about that to myself because I'm only letting myself down. But I am trying to be gentle with myself, and I hope you guys are trying to be gentle with yourselves, and I love all of you, and I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully.